YNW Melly back in court today. His attorney saying the state has not given enough evidence to this point to keep him in jail, but prosecutors say they have proven plenty that shows he needs to remain behind bars.
Oh, please don't you cry, I'm sorry, I just hope sometime I'll be home soon.
New evidence was just released in YNW Melly's court file, evidence so concerning that YNW Melly was seen entering the courtroom today for the judge to review the case heading into the retrial.
Morning, this is on State of Florida versus Jamel Demmons. Present is Mr. Demmons. Mr. Demmons, can you hear us?
As the only reason that Melly was given a mistrial was due to the prosecutors not emphasizing to the jury what YNW Melly's motive was to commit the crime against Sack Chaser and Juvie. However, after further investigation by the new lead prosecutor, he has just found it. YNW Melly was very close friends with King Von leading up to his arrest. Recently, a rogue O-Block member shared a secret that YNW Melly told King Von in confidence, as Melly ended up asking King Von for advice on how to handle a situation where your two best friends are trying to get money out of you and a lot of it.
Did Von really tell you that Melly told him that he was two friends?
He ain't come out and say, like, we got into an argument. And so, you know, if you know, when people could say something without saying it. And so he told me, like, once I posted what I posted, Von was mad at me. Bro, why you put up there, bro? Walk the bam. I'm like, you sitting up here, like, you know the love we got. You do this for us, but you gonna trust that his two friends? And he said, them was trying to extort him. And so I'm like, if they was trying to extort him, then why are you still around them?
As King Von revealed to a bunch of people at O-Block that Sack Chaser and Juvie were going after YNW Melly for financial gain. If you know anything about King Von's past and how he would handle situations, you can likely guess how King Von would have told YNW Melly to handle it. This was the missing piece of evidence that the prosecutors missed during the original trial, which is what was the motive. It's important to know that the Florida Police Department arrested YNW Melly and Bortlen on February 13th, 2019 for the passing of YNW Sack Chaser and Juvie. Melly was even granted a mistrial in the case on July 22nd, 2023. However, Melly has remained inside of jail ever since 2019. Meanwhile, YNW Bortlen was released on a bond for multiple years. The police ever since day one have only wanted YNW Melly. This even dates back to the week of the crime in 2019, where YNW Bortlen was interrogated by the police. He would even hint towards him being the innocent one throughout the interview.
And I'm driving, ducking for my life, trying to make sure I don't get hit. And you telling me, you telling me about shit. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure I don't get hit. I'm driving. I'm trying to make sure I don't get hit. You know what I'm saying? What I'm gonna be worried about? You know what I'm saying?
I know it's not for you to worry about.
Shit crazy, bro.
But if you tell me it happened there's got to be some evidence there. There's going to be broken glass, just like there's broken glass over here from when you guys open the doors and stuff like that. Okay, there's going to be broken glass over there when the windows got out. There's going to be casings from the people at your car. Okay, there's going to be evidence over there. Okay, right now there's nothing. I kind of think I know what happened because I got information.
As the officer at the end believes he knows what happened, but he didn't want to say it for legal issues. Ever since that interrogation on the week of the crime, YNW Melly has been the main suspect, as the police believe that he is the one guilty of doing the crime towards Sack Chaser and Juvie. But here's where it gets scary. With YNW Melly sitting in a jail cell for the last 5 years, his mother Jamie King would end up revealing how his life has been behind bars, where Jamie King would reveal that she is absolutely heartbroken for her son. She feels helpless, as he's not even being treated as a human inside of jail.
When you saw Melly's statement, just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life, as a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. Broward Sheriff's Office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, they They are making up their own rules. We've tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him, and the jail they make their own rules. And I don't think that's fair, because I know that they need to answer to someone too.
She would then begin ranting over the fact that YNW Melly has been granted a mistrial in his first case, essentially beating the entire court case, but he has been left inside a jail. Typically, when a trial ends in a mistrial, the person that is accused of doing the crime gets released on a bond or house arrest 88% of the time. Melly is a part of the 12% that don't. She would then even go on to mention that Melly is not even allowed to use a phone or even look at his own mail.
My son has not been convicted of anything, and even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to just to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail, they don't give it to him.
This is when YNW Melly's mother knew that she had to make a move to save her son. She would go on to start a petition to just have law officials look into Melly's situation. She gathered 50,000 signatures, and then it would be announced YNW Melly has been transferred from Broward County Jail to the Paul Rain Detention Facility in Florida as he awaits his retrial to resume. However, it gets a lot deeper than this, and allow me to explain. A viral comment would first share, "I believe the Paul Rain Detention Facility is to house people struggling with mental illness. I really hope that Melly is mentally okay," making many believe that Melly is struggling a lot more than what we know. We even caught a glimpse of how scared that Melly's mother was for him. During the original Melly trial, when he was granted the mistrial, his lawyers went in thinking the 88th percentile of a bond release or house arrest, they would request Melly to receive a bond out of jail. The judge would end up denying it instantly on the spot within 4 minutes. He said that Melly must return to his jail cell, causing his mother to break down into tears, even leading into Melly asking if she was okay. This got the attention of many rappers in the industry. Rap OG Boosie would even go on to speak about the stress that Jamie King has been going through.
Okay, so
then I met his mama while he was in.
Oh, okay.
I met his mom while he was in, and she real, bro. You know, she real.
She's stressed out. I heard she had a.
Yeah, she real, and I reached my hand out to him, cause I'm real. Yeah, I reached out to him, bro. I met his mom, and she a good woman, bro. And when I see them mamas like that, it remind me of what my mom was going through, bro.
However, YNW Melly's chance of receiving a house arrest has gotten a lot better this week, where it would be reported YNW Melly's Double M retrial is set for September 2025, with his mother giving an update outside of the courtroom.
Free Melly till he's free. He's coming home, guys. Just patience. So we did have court today, him and Bort. They both had court. And so basically, the judge put a new trial date in for September 10th of 2025. Please make it make sense. I don't know. At this point, they need to just dismiss the case. So, and yeah, he still doesn't have phone calls. Still no visitation. He's still in the new facility all alone by himself, no contact. He's not allowed to have contact with any other inmates. They move him around with several guards. It's like something you never...
With the trial being so far away, lawyers online commented believing that Melly's lawyers are going to be pushing for a bond or house arrest grant from the new judge. A new judge has now entered Melly's case, basically giving Melly a fresh start. With YNW Melly being in jail for over 5 years, it is now more likely than ever it'll be granted. But there's only one thing preventing it, as YNW Melly was just hit with new charges alongside Bortlen.
The state filing 6 new charges against Demmons and 2 others who were allegedly involved. The charges include tampering with a witness, directing the activities of a criminal, solicitation or conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Now, a couple of those charges actually carry a life in prison sentence if there's a conviction. YNW Melly, his real name is Jamel Demmons. He's actually in plain clothes in the courtroom for the first time in months, again, as this judge really starts the long process of seating a new jury.
As these new charges are connected to YNW Bortlen's massive mistake. Juvie's father would even expose how YNW Melly and Bortlen were witness tampering and even what code words they used, giving the feds even more evidence to use.
Both Melly, Jamel Demmons, YNW Melly, and Cortland Henry, who is known as YNW Bortlen, are now charged with witness tampering. It sounds like the prosecutors are saying there was this kind of crazy way that Melly was communicating. He wasn't allowed to use the phone, but he was passing notes to people, and then this person's calling this person and then that person.
Saying like to me, they're going through extreme measures to try to cover up or convince people not to testify, like Mariah mom. They was using code words like Rihanna and A$AP Rocky's baby mom. And
then on top of that, it would be announced that YNW Bortlen was arrested for witness tampering. While he was outside, his house was raided by the feds and they found insane paperwork stuffed into a suitcase that they can use against Bortlen and Melly.
Melly's co-defendant YNW Bortlen was booked into a Miami jail Monday night and is being held behind bars on an out-of-county warrant. We just confirmed the warrant is out of Broward County for witness tampering. The warrant obtained by Law and Crime Network states as follows. On or about April 10, 2023, continuing through and including July 22, 2023, Cortland Henry, aka Bortlen, along with others, did unlawfully and knowingly engage in misleading conduct toward another person with the intent to cause or induce them to withhold testimony. The warrant continues the alleged witness had been summoned by the legal process to the jury trial of Jamel Demmons, aka YNW Melly. The dates in the warrant are important. Jury selection for Melly started in mid-April, and a judge declared a mistrial on July 22nd, the same day the warrant claims Bortlen allegedly tampered with the witness.
As it would go on to be announced, here are the images of the alleged notes discovered during the home raid of YNW Bortlen's home last week, as filed into the Broward clerks by the state. Alongside these photos of Bortlen detailing where certain jurors were sitting with a description of what they looked like on a piece of paper. To understand how serious of a crime this truly is, here's DJ Academics' reaction.
To keep it real, this is sloppy. Bortlen, how the f you gonna have the notebook of the jurors in your house? Like, god damn. Holy sh. You know what I mean? Like, brother, like, come the f on. It's like doing a and having the surveillance tape in your DVD player or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like they raid your crib and the surveillance footage of the is in your DVD player. They be like, oh, okay, thank you, brother. This can't be at your crib.
As with the new evidence being entered into the case, they aligned it with the very hard evidence already existing against YNW Melly that you need to hear. The new lead prosecutor has outlined it in his files. He's gonna make it very simple to make YNW Melly look guilty in the retrial. You tell me if he sounds guilty. It starts with the evidence from Melly's cell phone, where he sent text messages of himself literally admitting to doing the crime.
The PC Gambino account asked him if he was okay, and his response was, I did that, and placed a smiley face emoji.
And the next message from 10/26/2018 at 16:02, the YNW Melly account says what?
After that, SHHHH.
While also sharing the concerning evidence by Sergeant Williams, where he would reveal that there is no way this could have been a drive-by and the person that committed the crime had to have been sitting in the back left seat.
That has some movement in it, which is around site L here. The actually moving in that to create the little bit of a that you see there.
Number, you said 17 outside the car. How many rounds were inside of the car?
3.
And can you exclude the for Mr. Williams and Mr. Thomas as coming from outside of the car?
Yes.
With Williams revealing the crime must have occurred inside of the vehicle, we then saw YNW Juvie's mother go to the stand and confirm who was sitting in that back left seat.
Can you state your name, your full legal name for the jury?
I'm Leon Phillips.
Okay. And are you related to one of the victims in this case?
Yes, I am.
How so?
I'm his mother.
And who is that?
Christopher Thomas.
Positive 21915. Ms. Phillips, did you see who entered into the occupants who entered into that gray Jeep?
Mm-hmm.
And is that a yes?
Yes.
Do you recognize where your son entered that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Which seat, if you can identify for the jury?
He got in the back seat on the right hand side.
Did you recognize the individual that got into the back seat on the left side, the rear driver's side?
Yes.
And who was that individual?
Jamel.
And Jamel, is that the defendant, Jamel Demons?
Yes, ma'am.
As with all of these police files being shared in the latest court update, Lucy would end up reacting again, sharing that even if Melly has a chance at receiving a bond, it doesn't matter, because when the feds want you, they'll do anything to get you.
Now they're putting even more charges on him, and then
when they want you, they want you. I knew they wanted him bad when they waited for that law to get passed. They waited all the way.
Penalty.
So it'd be 8-4.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You know, they waited all the way till that law got passed to take him to trial.
Yeah, he was in jail for what, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah. They could have been took you to trial.
You're right.
They waited till that law got passed and took him to trial a couple months later. When they want you, man. Just don't see how he didn't get a bond after a fucking mistrial.
Yeah.
That made me like, God damn.
Yeah.
Like, after a mistrial, that doesn't happen, really.